Hello, my fellow gamers. Sandrock Custom here. Wanted to take a moment to talk to you a little bit about the newest changes to YouTube's monetization. So if you've been paying attention to any of the news coming out on sites like Kotaku or IGN or GameSpot or whatever, YouTube has recently made some pretty massive changes to the way that they monetize channels. There's been a lot of changes in YouTube over the past year. You know, a lot of people were talking about the so-called adpocalypse that happened earlier last year. There's also been a major problem on YouTube of false positives, where videos were being demonetized automatically because of YouTube's algorithm, you know, even if it wasn't breaking any copyright. This happens all the time, still to this day. That's been going on for over a year, and basically content creators are losing money because most views come into a video the first couple of days. In fact, the peak is generally the first day it's posted. After that, there's a major drop-off in the amount of views that a video sees, and you don't tend to see a lot of monetization. So essentially, YouTube has been screwing over all channels with this copyright system for a long time, and in general, there's just been a lack of communication from YouTube about these issues, despite the pretty concerted effort of most channels to try and get this fixed. They really haven't responded at all, as far as I know. And there's also just been a lack of tools for a long time to help get small channels discovered, and this has essentially been putting the burden of marketing on the content creators. So the current decision that YouTube made was to demonetize all small channels. All of them. Regardless of content, regardless of viewership. If you're not up to a certain threshold, YouTube is not interested in paying you any longer. There's a lot of reasons behind this decision. There's the stated reasons that YouTube gave were something along the lines of wanting to stop bad actors, not meaning like people that, you know, are not good at acting, but, you know, people that are doing spam or, you know, are just creating a YouTube channel to try and get people to click on the video through clickbait and then, you know, get them over to another website for whatever reason. But that is really not why they're doing it. It's a pretty big insult to our intelligence as content creators, as well as to you, the viewers. The real reason that YouTube is doing this is because they're bleeding money, and they have been for years. This is not anything new. It's not a revelation. You can go way, way back, and basically Google has not been making any money off of YouTube since they bought it. I don't even remember when that was anymore. What, 2006, 2004? It's been a long time. But they have not been able to turn YouTube into something profitable. There's also been a lot of pressure on YouTube from both the copyright lobby as well as from advertisers to change the structure of YouTube. The adpocalypse last year was precipitated because the largest YouTuber, PewDiePie, uploaded some videos that advertisers were not happy about. They did not want their videos associated with his brand anymore, and so YouTube was essentially forced to make some massive changes to make their advertisers happy. So what's the impact of this newest change on small channels? The biggest change is that there's no longer a path to partnership. Small channels are forced to put their work up for free until they get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours for all of their videos. That's crazy. Most channels dream of this kind of success, and very few of them get it. This is regardless of effort. This is regardless of talent. This is regardless of consistency. Small channels, I know as a small channel, I would be thrilled to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. At that point, I'd say, man, I've arrived. Obviously, you want more. You know, everyone wants to have, you know, PewDiePie numbers, but no one is going to get that. You know, a handful of people get that, and they've probably been doing this since the beginning. So most of us are content to just have even moderate success on YouTube. For me, this is a passion project. I like doing this stuff. I'm not looking to make a career out of this. That would be nice. But I'm doing this because this is a creative outlet for me that I enjoy. But the problem is that now small channels are unpaid workers for Google in essence. This has been the case a long time functionally, even for mid-sized channels. The amount of money that we were getting paid is basically nothing anyway. We were working for peanuts, but you know what? I want my peanuts, damn it. I want my token, 2 cents a video, because that's a measure of progress for me. And so what's happened with this newest change is that YouTube has essentially hard-coded into the content creators' terms of service, you're not going to get paid until you become big. You have to work for us for free. So now small creators like my channel, like Sandrock Custom Gaming, don't have even like a token progress bar, essentially, which is how I've been viewing, my current monetization. I think I've made like just under $2 before they made this change. You can't even get that from them. I'll never get that from YouTube because they don't cash out until you reach $100. But hey, I'm 2% of the way to that first paycheck, so that's kind of cool. So now we don't even have that. There's no longer a path to partnership. There's no way to measure success anymore in any kind of meaningful way. This is kind of like an art gallery agreeing to put an artist's painting on display, but telling them, we're not going to pay you until visitors have looked at your painting for 4,000 hours total, and you have to show up here with 1,000 fans or groupies. That's absolutely insane. No artist would agree to those terms because it's probably not going to happen. It's like either you think my work is good enough to display in your gallery or it's not. So it's a mixed message and it's a slap in the face. Artists deserve fair compensation, especially when their work is used to generate profit for large companies. Google gets to run ads regardless of whether or not content creators get paid. Their inability to turn this into something profitable is not our problem. An employer doesn't have the option of not paying their employees just because they've had, a bad year or because they're not good at running a business. But that's exactly what Google is doing now. They're basically saying, look, we can't figure out how to make this platform profitable, so you've got to work for us for free. And I'm not really interested in doing that. So, where does this leave the future of Sandrock Custom Gaming as a channel? Effective immediately, I'm leaving YouTube. All videos that have already been uploaded will remain on the channel. I'm not deleting my already uploaded content or anything like that. I'm not setting anything to private or unlisted. This isn't, a scorched earth approach, but I'm not going to be uploading any future videos to YouTube as of right now. We'll be moving the channel permanently to twitch.tv/SandrockCustom. I've been toying with the platform a little bit, and I really like their tools. I like the way they handle small creators. It's just a better fit for me right now. I will still be doing edited videos for playthroughs that don't conform to a live streaming format, and I'll be using Twitch's new Premiere feature, which they strategically rolled out the day YouTube announced its newest decision against small creators. So, good marketing on Twitch's part. That's very smart. And I'm going to be basically using it as a way to get my work onto the internet from here on, and no more uploads will be exported from Twitch live streams to YouTube, because frankly, it's just not worth the time and effort, and I'm not interested in working for nothing just on principle. I do want to say as well, this is not me holding my breath, trying to, throw a tantrum because I didn't get my way. This is something I've been considering for a few weeks. This was just kind of the final nail in the coffin that pushed me away from YouTube and towards moving the channel to Twitch. It's primarily a business decision, as well as an artistic decision based on what I need as a creator to host my work. YouTube is just not a good fit for me anymore. It's just not, it's not a good partnership. And when you're in a situation like I am, where I'm not looking to do this for a living, but I am looking for a platform that I can get my work out there, because that's why artists and creators do what they do. And I'm not getting that at YouTube. I'm just completely lost in a sea of other videos and other creators, and YouTube has not shown any interest in, getting my work more visible. It's put all of that on me, and now it's taking away what essentially was nothing except a little bit of personal validation. If I make 2 cents on a video, that's not going to make a financial difference for me, but it's something. It's a step towards whatever. Um, and it's also worth noting, I'm not doing this as some kind of protest to try and get Google to change their mind about this, because honestly, this is probably what Google wants. They probably do want the smaller, less profitable channels to just leave, because they get more money with larger channels that bring a crowd, that get those ads showed to more eyeballs, and all my videos are really doing for their bottom line is taking up server space. So this is probably exactly what they want, and you know what? They can have it. If I'm not welcome on the platform, then I'm not going to stick around. There's no reason for me to do that. There's no upside for me. I may change my mind in the future, just based on changes in YouTube policy, my needs as a content creator, as well as the preferences of my viewers, but I'm not likely to reverse my decision anytime soon. I'm not interested in flip-flopping on this. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do my very best to channel my energy into my channel on Twitch, to get viewers on there, to kind of mold my content to the contours of Twitch, if you will, because it is very different how you approach it. So I'm not interested in splitting my energy between YouTube and Twitch at this point in time. I did think for a while about keeping YouTube as kind of like an archive for past and future videos where, Twitch is where my focus is, and I just, upload videos over to YouTube just to say that I did, but that's not really any different than what I'm doing right now, and it really feels like this is something that I need to make a real change. I just need to do something different based on YouTube's policies at this point. That's based on, again, on principle. It's based on how it affects the channel. It's based on how it affects me as a creator. So that's where we're at. Again, may change my mind one day. Probably not anytime soon, though. So again, if you're interested in following my work from here on, you can go over to twitch.tv/SandrockCustom. There's a little heart icon you can click on to follow me so that you know whenever I'm online. You can set your settings to email you, or you can download the desktop app to kind of keep track of when I come online. And again, I'll be uploading some pre-recorded, edited videos and using the Premiere feature on Twitch, just to kind of keep that going, because I do enjoy editing videos and I do enjoy non-live streaming content. If you're not interested in making that switch, I want to thank you for staying with the channel as long as you have. It means a great deal to me. Hope that you find another YouTuber that fits your preferences, and that you just find some good content, and I want to thank you for what you've done. But I really do hope that you guys will join me on twitch.tv and continue following the channel. So this is Sandrock Custom saying thank you and signing off.